Being a science journalist does not mean you have to be a cheerleader for science, according to acclaimed science editor for BuzzFeed News, Virginia Hughes. Before becoming a science editor for BuzzFeed, Hughes was a freelance science journalist specializing in genetics, neuroscience, and biotechnology. Her blog, Only Human, was published by National Geographic, while she had other articles published in a variety of places such as The Atlantic, New York Times, The New Yorker, and Slate. Hughes' lecture, titled In Defense of Clickbait, covered the importance of making web journalism clickable, what it is like to write hard science journalism for BuzzFeed, and how to bring science to new audiences.
Much more likely to be interested in a story if it's showing something bad about science than if it's showing something good about science. Like I said, I don't think it's my job to be a cheerleader for science. I don't think it's my job to be, frankly, because there's a lot of other outlets who are great cheerleaders as it is. There's no shortage of science news coverage that is positive and completely uncritical and gee whizzy. So I did a lot of that kind of writing for most of my career because that's where most of the opportunities are. The reason we're taking a different approach is partly because no one else is doing it.
There are two different definitions of clickbait. One is in the Oxford Dictionary and the other is in the Merriam-Webster Dictionary.
I'm defending the Oxford definition of the word, which strips away the negative connotations. For the Oxford Dictionary, clickbait is simply, quote, content whose main purpose is to attract attention and encourage visitors to click on a link to a particular web page, end quote.
With web journalism becoming more prominent these days, it is crucial to use clickbait headlines. Science is an institution, just like any other human institution, said Hughes. It's no different than politics or education. Just like all of those things, it should be scrutinized and held accountable. Hughes wanted to leave aspiring journalists with the following piece of advice. Don't make up your mind about a story before you report it out. Often stories surprise you, said Hughes, and if you think you know the story before you start, it can close you off to interesting aspects. Remember, journalists are not cheerleaders.